If you're planning to establish a mobile presence with your business or your organization, one of the first considerations that will likely come to mind is whether you want to create a mobile application for users to download, or what we know as an app, or you want to build a mobile website, or maybe even both. Mobile websites and apps can look very similar at first glance, and determining which is most suited for your needs will depend upon a number of factors, including target audiences, available budgets, intended purpose, and required features. Generally speaking, a mobile website should be considered your first step in developing a mobile web presence, whereas an app is useful for developing an application for a very specific purpose that cannot be effectively accomplished via a standard web browser. If your goals are primarily related to marketing or public communications, a mobile website is almost always going to make sense as a practical first step in your mobile outreach strategy. This is because a mobile website has a number of inherent advantages over an app. Here are what we consider to be the top 5 inherent advantages. Immediacy. Mobile websites are instantly available. A mobile website is instantly accessible to users via a browser across a range of devices, iPhones or Androids or Blackberries. Apps, on the other hand, require the user to first download and install the app from an app marketplace before the content or the application can be viewed. A significant barrier between initial engagement and action or conversion. Findability. Mobile websites can be easily found. Mobile websites are much easier to use, and they're easier to find because their pages can be displayed in search results and listed in industry-specific directories, making it easier for qualified visitors to find you. Most importantly, visitors to your regular website can be automatically sent to your mobile website when they are on a handheld or mobile device. And in contrast, apps are largely restricted to app stores. Shareability. Mobile websites can be shared easily by publishers and between users. Mobile website URLs are easily shared between users via a simple link. In an email or a text message, Facebook, Twitter post, lots of ways to share that URL. Publishers can easily direct users to a mobile website from a blog or a standard website, or even in print, where an app simply cannot be shared in this fashion. Time and cost. Mobile websites are easier and less expensive. Mobile website development is considerably more time and cost effective than developing a native app, especially if you need to have a presence on different platforms, which would require the development of multiple apps. Support and sustainability. The investment considerations of app versus website don't end up with the initial launch. Properly supporting the development of an app, upgrades, testing, compatibility issues, and ongoing development is much more expensive and involved than supporting a website over time. The simple fact that the application market is more like a crowded bazaar than a well-ordered shopping environment like an Apple store is just another reason why you should think long and hard before spending any money developing a mobile app. But why are they so popular? The bottom line is that apps still do have some things, they do some things very well. But really it boils down to these 3 reasons. If you're going to create a mobile app, then you are doing so because you need for users to be able to access information on their smartphones. Mobile web browsers are getting increasingly good at accessing certain mobile-specific functions, such as a click-to-call, or texting, or GPS. However, if you need to access a user's camera or processing power, an app is still a much better tool for that. No connection is required. If you need to provide offline access to content or to perform functions without a network or wireless connection, then an app makes better sense. Complex calculations or reporting. If you need something that will take data and allow you to manipulate it with complex calculations, charts, or reports, like perhaps banking applications, then an app will help you do that very effectively. In conclusion, the question that you have to answer comes down to this. What is the objective? If your objective is primarily marketing driven, or if your aim is to deliver content and establish a broad mobile presence that can be easily shared between users and found on search engines, then the mobile website is a logical choice. Yet on the other hand, if your goal is interactive engagement with users, or to provide an application that needs to work more like a computer program than a website, then an app is probably going to be required.